Hello and welcome to UC Today. My name is Kieran Devlin and today's session is Unlocking UC's Transformative Potential for Indian Organisations. I'm delighted to be joined by Jay Sabapathy, Global Head of Business Collaboration at Tata Communications. Jay, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Kieran, thanks for having me.
Before we explore exactly what UC can do for Indian organisations, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, Jay, and your journey with Tata Communications?
Awesome. Thanks, Kieran. So, Kieran, myself, Jeyavelan, is a full name, 2.5 decades of telecom career, 16th year in Tata Com. About 16 years back, we started enterprise voice business unit as we emerged as a global largest voice service provider. We were kind of delivering about 60 plus billion minutes in a fiscal. We kind of realized that as a leading global telecoms provider, voice service provider, we thought we need to expand our portfolios, which has got the voice as a base, like your enterprise meetings, enterprise callings, contact center callings, telepresence, video solutions, and so on and so forth. We delivered the global largest business collaborations deployments for our UC partners. As market evolves, we also evolved from point solutions to a fully integrated, unified UCaaS, CCaaS, CPaaS offerings from our side, which has been built on our core voice strength. Right today, Tata Com for any enterprise customers as a Comtech partner, they can reach out to Tata Com for any user experience, customer experience services to it. I manage the team, which has been a global solution sales specialist team for this business. I'm based in Bangalore, India.
And India has strict regulations around UC. How important is it for organisations to have a partner with the expertise and experience to support it with these regulations?
Right. This is the most interesting area of the discussion when it comes to India. Unlike other region or geos, India is very special in this particular topic, right? Both Troy and DOT have a stringent regulations in India when it comes to the telecom market. Most organizations do not have the in-house expertise for them to manage these complexities when it comes to compliance and the regulatory metrics, right? So the topic on compliance and specific to India market are multiple fact I should say. What is that one organization has to look at between the on-prem setup and the cloud setup is one set of complexities, and that for on-prem there has to be a different compliance need, and then for a cloud different. Within the cloud, what if the infra is within India, and what if the infra is outside India? So there are different set of nuances and compliances needs to be managed by the customer. And in a telecom contract between the service provider and the customer, so there are roles and responsibilities. When I say responsibilities, what is that service provider has to manage in the telecom contract? What is that customer has to comply in the telecom contract? What is his roles? What is that he has to manage in the infra? What are the data points that he has to keep it in? What is the DOT vigilance visit, and how they actually kind of comply to it? It's a multiple complexity to it. What I see here, Kiran, is that in our experience, when we engage with the market, we don't see, I should say, most of the organization doesn't have in-house expertise to manage this. Either they go with one-off consultants and manage one specific case, but that's not a life cycle management. So it's a one-off case, they have to manage it. What I feel right is that giving this to a partner who has got a expertise in this, who can actually manage this end-to-end life cycle for the organization, because that partner is actually can actually navigate through all the compliance aspect for that matter, and also very smoothly in a timely manner. And that's most important, and that makes the business sense for the any business, right, or the organization. So when I said that, coming to Tata Com, right? So Tata Com has been in this business, and Tata Com is very much well placed in this particular domain. We have been doing this for the last 25 years, I should say, Kiran. what we see is that when it comes to a particular use case scenario, it could be a very simple one or it could be a very complex one. Be it any nature of the complexity when it comes to compliance and the regulatory aspect. There are aspects with respect to telecom alone, which is the TROI and DOT governs it, and there are regulatory which is respect to the industry. You need to manage something specific to BFSI. The banking, you need to have a RBI guidelines, and then you need to manage some of the regulatory. How that and the regulatory compliant for telecom can manage and then give that as a solution. There are a lot of complexity, and similarly, there is a BPO requirement. There is an industry specific requirement. There is a telecom restrictions. How we can manage both, uh, and that's where the Tatacom is actually plays a very strong role in this particular domain, because voice, as I said, we've been a global voice leader. Uh, this needs to be delivered specific to country regulations, and we need to manage it very effectively. So that I think we've been doing it great. Maybe I'll take one use case for a reference, so which I can actually highlight it. I think this is the one of the global largest significant logistic company, wherein they reached out, or I should say shortlisted us for the global calling solutions. The complexity is not small. The complexity is about 90 different countries, 150 different delivery centers in the 90 different countries. Is a huge complexity in nature. What I can deliver in India cannot deliver the same in the Middle East or cannot deliver the same in another regions, right? So I need to have a country specific regulatory compliant, and also the technology has to be seamless, right? I cannot have a solution in Middle East not talking to India, or India solution not talking to US, right? So I need to ensure that solutions talking to each other seamlessly, but at the same time I need to comply the regulatory aspect of India. So we do have expertise, we do have a long experience in this domain, and that's what Tata Communication when it comes to compliance aspect, Kieran.
And Tata Communications have some of the biggest UC vendors on the planet as partners, and Microsoft and Cisco specifically. Can you please provide more details on these partnerships and how they benefit organizations?
Absolutely, and you're right, because the global, the largest two partner in the planet are Cisco and Microsoft, right? So uh, with Microsoft, maybe I can let you know what we have been doing with Microsoft. Then I'll update around Cisco as well. Microsoft Tata Communication is one of the launch partners when Microsoft actually launched the global Teams tier solutions across globe, right? And not only for the global Teams tier and even for the Operator Connect. This is through our GlobalRapide platform, I should say that, right? For the recently launched Operator Connect specific to India market, Tata Communication is the only global launch partner, I should say that. So that's the kind of relationship that we maintain with Microsoft. We have years of experience and proven expertise in deploying multiple different technology to the customers when it comes to Microsoft solutions. So we have a smallest customer to the largest customer, smaller number of users, larger number of users, smaller number of territories, larger number of territories, modular in nature. So any kind of combinations, Microsoft has got partner with us, and that partnership has been going great. And not only that, Microsoft also enabled us the allied partnership. So Microsoft for the devices has got multiple partners like Huawei, HP, and many other things, right? So that partnership is an expanded partnership to what we have with respect to the Microsoft. When I say the Microsoft partnership to not only the India market, when I have to say that from the global market as well, the value add that we do the Microsoft partnership is that one, obviously the application comes from the OEM, which is Microsoft. What we do with the applications to the customer is the completely end-to-end short, starting from assessment of their current infra, how we can actually have the migration plan from the current infra to the latest infra, then actually delivering the services, then helping the customer to have the adoption done, and after adopting the services, ensuring that it is properly managed and maintained, and then monitoring of the services, reporting, and so on and so forth. The end-to-end services of Tatacom allied with the Microsoft applications is the best offering, and that's what the partnership that we have with Microsoft for a longer period. And when it comes to Cisco, I think we should be we should be close to about 20 years of partnership with Cisco, I should say, Kieran. Yeah, that's right. And this is about not only from the UC space of it, but multiple other Cisco business as well. UC is obviously one of the significant business partnership that we have with Cisco. Cisco, if I have to call it out, in the early days of collaboration migration for Tata, we moved along with Cisco. We had a PSTN specific solution at that point in time. So when the WebEx started kicking in into the market, we had a partnership with Cisco, and from then it's been the longest journey with Cisco. We've been doing it. Like I said, for Microsoft, we do have the end-to-end solutions which actually compromise with Cisco. It's complete, including license, including applications, and the end-to-end voice, the complete assessment migration solutions, plus the devices part of it, because Cisco has got its own video devices as well, right? Even the IP telephony and all that. So this is the one set of portfolios that we do with a Cisco partnership, and another one is with Microsoft. And both with Microsoft and Cisco, there are many other allied partnerships. So if you look at the overall ecosystem of the partnership, the largest two partners are actually Cisco and Microsoft, which we have actually explained how we are actually engaging with them, how we are actually making sense to the customers and the market jointly, both with Cisco and Microsoft, right? That's one. And then second is obviously the expanded market. There are SBCs aligned to it, there are video devices aligned to it, there is IP telephony aligned to it, there are multiple other ecosystems we are actually creating it. But the larger ecosystem actually built on Cisco and Microsoft. That is purely based on our cloud-wise capability that I explained in the initial stage of it.
And lastly, Tata Comms makes a compelling case for being both a local and global player. What does this mean in practical terms, and how does it benefit organizations?
If you look at this particular specific, so how Tata Communication as a global contact partner to the enterprises in the market, what are the two, three things that makes unique and different when it comes to Tata Com, right? So maybe if you have to look at the first aspect of it, I should say experience part of it. When we say experience, so we do have Cisco practice, Microsoft practice within us, which is the largest global ecosystem, which we deliver all the universal customers across it. In addition to it, we do have a practice for Google, we do have practice for Zoom on the BAOC side of it, because our voice expertise is the bedrock product for it. So we build all our applications on the bedrock product of voice offering, right? So voice, wherever the voice comes in, then we actually build in that. That experience is the one of the biggest one that I should say. Not only that, the BIOC aspect of it. I've explained Zoom, the Google, and any customer who's outside this ecosystem could be with any other platform. We actually kind of going and connecting to on their platform with our voice services. The experience with which enabling the calling, meeting is very much there, and we've been a leader in this space. The second is that the expertise part of it. And not only on the experience side, we do actually offer multiple other features to it, like ICR, IVR. There are a lot of value-added services to it, I should say. And most importantly, the FPAS. FPAS is nothing but a fraud prevention as a services, wherein when customer consume these services, they don't need to get into a risk of attacking by a fraud, right? So how we can actually inbuild those services as part of our offering is the key, and that's what the experience is what Tata Com brings into the market with our set of portfolios. The second point, which I actually highlighted, is that expertise. Expertise is that we look at the overall the UC portfolios largely between Microsoft and Cisco. We got about 4,000 plus certified professionals. So which is not smallest in any scale for that matter, right? So when it comes this certified professionals, what does they do for the customers, right? So starting from planning it, designing it, delivering it, the center of excellence part of it. Not only that, even after delivering, so how do we manage that life cycle of the customer with a particular service, right? All that matters, and we need to have these certified professionals for that. So you name any UC certification under Cisco and Microsoft, all this is being done by the professionals at Tata Com. And many other things like the NOC and SOC being operated by us is actually giving the complete end-to-end managed services for the customer, right? It is not only just delivering the services, but how do you manage it from the 360-degree part of it. Integrated SLA is another part of it. So one, obviously the application from the partners, then there are many other services. Voice is coming from our side, then there is a network being part of it, and there are other cloud solutions or cloud related space solutions. Everything comes together when customers consumes this as single services, right? They will not just buy a license only and they be okay with it, right? So the completely integrated solution needs to go to the customer, and then we will not be in a position to say that, Mr. Customer, for application this is the SLA uptime, and for network this is an SLA uptime, for voice this is an SLA uptime. It doesn't work for the customer, right? So when we deliver an integrated solutions, we'll give an integrated SLA also to the customer, which means come what may, the individual component of the overall services doesn't actually matter to the customer. He consumes that as a single services. It's that we call it as an experience, right? So user experience or a customer experience. That's what we actually sell to the customer. In that, we can't split. This is the network part. This is the voice part. This is the license part. It goes down. So we'll have to manage it, right? That's not the story. So that's the expertise that we kind of calling it out. Then maybe I should actually call out the industry recognition that Tatacom has got. There are many industry recognition that we have got. Maybe to name few, I would call out Frost and Sullivan awarded as a Unified Communication Service Provider of the Year. That's been one of the significant one, I should say. The leaders in Everest Group 2024 UCC Peak Matrix Assessment, Best UK Service Provider from the CIO Insider, Asian Telecom Award 2024 for Jambi. So Jambi is one of the cloud calling native solution from Tatacom, which is a digital initiative of the year for India market that we received it. And we have been certified and compliant with GLF Code of Conduct for fraud prevention services in our voice infrastructure. WebEx calling partner of the year from Cisco. So I can go on. There are n number of recognition that should I say. So I think these are all the combinations where actually combines and tells the market that Tatacom is the best partner in total.
Great. Well, I think that's all we've got time from today, but I've really enjoyed today's session. So thank you, Jay, for being here.
Absolutely. It's nice talking to you, Kiran. Thanks for having me.
And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share on social media, and we'll see you next time. I've been Kieran Devlin, the
Absolutely.
VC today. Thanks for watching.